Hello everyone, and welcome back to another building tutorial. This week, I'm going to help all of you build a starter snow house, because apparently spawning in a snow biome is a common occurrence. This house comes complete with 2 floors, a simple fireplace, a balcony on your top roof, yep, that's a word, as well as a small farm out in the front for some crops for extra food. This house is a very great starting place for snow biomes, so hopefully it's going to suit the bill. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Let's first begin by getting the bottom half of our house set up, in this case being our first floor. These log pillars you're seeing me place here are going to be 5 blocks tall, and all of the entire bottom house itself is going to be 5 blocks tall as well. We're going to make it in a pretty L kind of shape, so this way we can get our farm and balcony in a bit later on. Next, let's repeat the exact same process again for the top. We're also going to add our balcony here, kind of on the subframe, and the entire house will also be an additional 5 blocks tall to accommodate for the second floor. Now we're going to throw in a couple of torches just for some added light because of the darkness, and we're going to go ahead and start getting our roof in. Unlike some of the last build tutorials, there's not really a lot of major design that's going into this roof, so it's a pretty straightforward roof that most people will tend to build. But if you want to put in design in, then feel free, go on and do it. We're going to now add some fencing to the balcony up top, just to make sure you don't jump off it for some reason, and then we're going to work on our farm. Granted, the farm only has 5 actual plots and has only like 5 pieces of wheat, but it is something. And especially if we're starting in a snow biome, it's going to be pretty hard to come by seeds and all that stuff to actually farm in the first place. Now I'm going to be adding a custom-made fireplace, using a combination of things like actual, well, fire camp things, whatever you call it, fireplaces, campfires, yep, there's the name, along with a combination of cobblestone and coal blocks, as well as a bit of glass, which I'll replace a little bit later with after I put trapdoors. This particular custom fireplace is very new to me, because I actually haven't built a fireplace before, so hopefully this is going to come out okay and blend with the house, and in the end, I think it does pretty well. Now for the actual interior of our house itself, with the bottom and the upstairs floor, as well as the balcony. Now again, we are working with a very small house here, so there's not a lot of room to maneuver things around, so it's going to get a little bit creative as to where we can put stuff. For this, I'm going to go with a very basic, simple, compact design that makes it so that you do have walking space, but that you have everything you need for your house internally. But feel free to design your house however you want, but this is more of a compact and simple design. Now we're going to add some last minute adjustments to the exterior of our house. Things like some trapdoors for the windows to give things a bit of life, as well as a couple of plants with some flower pots on our balcony and inside our house, just to make sure that this place comes alive a bit more. And now, with all of that wood and snow, I guess you could say, out of the way, we can now see the full build. So, that is going to conclude this week's building tutorial. I have to say, out of all the build tutorials I've done so far this year, that only being 2, I gotta say that this house probably sticks out among the rest. It's a good combination of blocks with, of course, the fireplace and the balcony, as well as a small farm. It kind of fits every kind of checklist that you would for a survival starter house, and definitely shows that with very small and limited amounts of blocks, you can definitely create something that looks very nice and appealing. But if you want to see another styled house like this, whether that be in a jungle or a Badlands biome, which are the few that are coming next, then make sure you subscribe and like down below, and maybe even comment, hey, we want to see a house in this biome, because I'm always up to doing them. But that's all for now. My name is PandaPowerSauce. Remember to stay saucy, and I'll see you again next week. Later.